Hi everyone. So quick story time. So here I am on Chatgpt, as I usually am, trying to get some research or information. And I've noticed that Chatgpt was asking me questions over and over and then asking me more and more questions. So for example, I said, I want you to create an image that of using a realistic model and I detailed what I wanted to look like. So ChatGPT is like, sure, but before I proceed, please, do you want A, B, or C? And then I say, okay, B. And then it says, okay, now that you gave me B, what about this? Do you want the image to have curly hair, or is it medium length or long? And it just kept digging and digging, and then it got to a point where I got very frustrated, and I said, what is happening here? What model is this? So when I checked, it says it was on auto decide. Okay, it was on auto decide. Let me just quickly look. Decide. Okay, it was on GPT-5, and it says decides how long to think. When I tell you this took forever to think and to produce the output that I was looking for, it was very frustrating. So I said, there's something wrong here. So I went back and I checked off and I changed the model to instant, which is you get answers right away. And then I was able to get the output quickly like I wanted to. But there were two things that came up for me. One thing that came up for me is the fact that, my goodness, my attention span has been adversely impacted by automation, by AI. Why? Because now I don't have the patience to have AI continue to dig and ask for questions. I want the output fast, and I don't know if that's true for many of you, but that has been my experience. And I was just like, wow, I mean, this thing really does have an effect on our attention span and our inability to be patient as outputs are created. And then secondly, we just have to, when we're using these models, we have to be aware of what each model stands for and what the expectation is for that specific model. Because the one that I chose originally, which is auto, it takes way too long, and it's asking, it goes in deeper in terms of inquisition and so instead of producing the output quickly like we are typically used to, it takes longer because it's asking questions and keeps asking questions and keeps asking questions. So I had to change it to instant, which is answers. You get answers right away. And I just wanted to share my experience. I don't know if any of you have experienced that, but I wanted to share my frustrations and just being cognizant of what model you're using and the expectation for it. And also just being aware that, you know, these automations and these AI functionalities, and they do have a downfall. It does have an effect on our attention span and our expectations. We now, before AI, before computers, before internet, we were a little bit more patient with not only with ourselves but with the work that we were doing. But now everything is now. We want everything now. We want answers now. Just a food for thought. Take care.